Today, we are gonna talk about the phases of clinical trial. Before going into detail about phases of clinical trial, you need to understand over here the meaning of clinical trial. So, the development of any medicinal product like vaccine or the drug involves lab studies, animal studies that is known as the preclinical studies, and the human studies that is the clinical studies. So, in this video, we are gonna talk about the different phases of clinical trial. So without wasting a time, let's get started. Clinical trial is an interventional study which needs human as study subject. They can be healthy, volunteer or patient as well. So the reason behind these trials is to test the safety and efficacy of an investigational product. So the clinical trials occur in number of stages known as the phases. Each phase has its own objective and specification. Now let's start with the phases of clinical trial. So the clinical trial mainly includes four phases. So before starting the phase 1, we have the phase 0, or we can also say exploratory investigational new drug studies or proof of concept trial. So in this phase, we identify the viable investigational product and eliminate the ineffective one. So the objective of this phase 0 is to ensure whether the investigational product will work as expected or not in human body. So in this phase, we give micro doses to the patient and conducted on healthy volunteer in small number. Now let's take the phase 1. It is also said to be a human pharmacology. It is conducted on healthy volunteers around 2200. The main objective of this phase is to assess the safety profile of the investigational product in human body and also know to the maximum tolerable dose. Now let's take the phase 2, or we can also say the therapeutic exploratory phase, as it explored the efficacy and side effects of the experimental product. It is done around in 100 to 200 patients who are disease affected. Now let's take the phase 3, or we can say the therapeutic confirmatory phase. So it is conducted on up to 5,000 patients with targeted disease. Through this phase, researchers gather more information about safety and efficacy of the product and also determines the dose response relationship as well. It investigates the real side effects. Once the successful outcomes are achieved from phase 3, now the manufacturers are able to submit new drug application, or we can say the NDA, to health authority for approving the product. Now let's take the last phase, that is phase 4, or we can say the post marketing surveillance phase. It is conducted on large number of patients being treated, and this phase is concerned about collection of additional information about safety and efficacy of the product. And the purpose of this phase is to identify real adverse effect as well. So it is all about the different phases of clinical trial. I hope this video has given you the good understanding about the clinical trials. If you like this video, so please subscribe our channel, hit the bell icon and share this video to your friends. As always, thanks for watching.